Mr. Nyachai is actually illegally, and I repeat, illegally, arrogating himself the role of interpreting the Constitution. The role of the CIC is not to interpret the Constitution at all. And you can see he's basically trying to install himself as a one-man high priest to interpret the Constitution wrongly, selectively, when he feels that it resonates with the public. The law is not meant to apply only when it resonates with the public. The law is meant to apply at all times and in all circumstances. And that is why, as a parliamentarian, I think we must now seriously consider amending the CIC Act to punish people like Nyachai and Jiraini, who are daily lying to Kenyans that their mandate also includes interpreting the Constitution. As members of Parliament and as myself, what I also am strongly opposed is this habit of having dragged a very important national debate to the realms of nothing more than juvenile activism of the sort we have been seeing lately. And clearly, the KRA exists to work within the law. But when the KRA starts to resorting to gangster tactics of the type we've been seeing, to try to force MPs to pay taxes as though they were criminals, I think that is not acceptable. It is our duty as parliamentarians to make laws, to punish people who break the law, because misleading the public, inciting the public against their elected leaders by selective reading of the Constitution, to me is a crime. And that's what Nyachai has been doing. Nyachai is the head of the Commission for Implementation of Constitution. Can you come from here and ask him if the legislation requiring alteration of taxation as per the Constitution has been put in place? Why is he trying to play to the public gallery? I want to say, without fear of contradicting myself, I do not feel cornered in any way. I have not broken any law. And I do not think any MP is the 10th Parliament is cornered. Cornered by what? By who? I'm not a bitter man. And you have not even asked me saying that I earn too little to pay tax. I have stuck with the law. So sticking with the law is not being a bitter man. What do you mean paying taxes? I've just read to you a section of the Constitution which requires that the necessary legislation be in place to alter the tax regime.
So why does it mean you're not going to pay taxes?
Not going to pay taxes according to what? I have read you a section of the Constitution which says you need legislation. Show me the legislation and ask me if I'm not willing to pay taxes. I opened my statement and said, by saying, don't try to put me in a corner because I won't allow you. I know what I'm talking about. I opened my statement by saying that we are willing and ready to pay our taxes according to the law. Are we a country of laws or a country of whims and activism?